Hey everybody, how are you doing today? I hope that you're doing great. I'm sorry for not posting as much lately. Sorry, my boyfriend's splitting his console to play. But like I said, I'm sorry that I just stopped posting because I started working full-time in my job and things just got really hectic. So, but I'm back, and as you can see in the title of this video, I'm going to be showing you my plant collection. Completely unwarranted and unasked for, but it's here anyway. Now, I have about a couple different plants over here. I'm not going to go into complete detail about every single one, just because that'll be super long. I'm just going to give a brief summary about what I know about them because I'm still learning. And yeah, so let's get started. So the first one that I have is a snake plant. It's a very easy starter plant because it can handle low light and it's very tolerant when it comes to watering. I'm not saying you should go start forgetting to water your plants, but if you forget once or so, it'll still be there. I would say this is probably about the 5th plant or so, but I love it very much. It's gorgeous with the yellow outlines and the lighter green and darker green stripes. If you can see, there's some new growth in between, which I'm very excited. And this one I actually named Lagatha, based off of a character from the TV show Vikings. She's one of my favorite characters, and she's a strong woman. And I feel like this snake plant in its own way is extremely strong and sturdy because it can endure these different circumstances in which you put them in. So yeah, this one is Lagatha, and it's a snake plant. Highly recommend it as a starter plant. As like I said, it's very easy to care for, and it also helps purify the air. So while you're sleeping at night, this will be helping cleansing the air, which is better for you. So everybody wins. So that's my snake plant, Lagatha. Okay. I think he's about to watch anime. Okay, the next one is one of my more recent ones, and one of the ones that I was like desperate to find. Gotta be careful with it. This is a burrow tail or donkey tail succulent. It's gorgeous, and it grows in these bunch-like, tail-like formations, and this one's just starting to trail down a bit, which is exciting. I put it on the corner, on the windowsill that I have in the living room, and I can, give it water. When the soil completely dries out, then I that's when I decide to rewater it again. And it's just beautiful. And yeah, it's one of the ones that I've been really wanting to find. And when I found it at, actually it was at Home Depot, I just like immediately went for it. I would like to tap on it, but these would break apart. They're very delicate, but it's gorgeous. So I haven't named this one yet. I was gonna be like clever and name it Donkey from Shrek, haha, because you know. But I haven't come up with a name yet. If you want to help, but yeah. So that's my burrowtail succulent. Okay. The next one actually is my first ever plant I got from my boyfriend because he supports my hobbies and obsessions. It's going to be kind of hard to get in all in the frame, but it's an ivy plant. And it trails down, as you can see. And this was my first ever plant that got me started. Started talking to my boyfriend, saying how much I wanted to start getting indoor plants now that the season for growing stuff outdoors was starting to end for us here in Florida because things were getting a bit too hot. And it just grows so nicely. I learned it doesn't like that much sun. This was one of my trial and error pieces because I had this hanging before near the window, and half of it would grow extremely well, but then the other half would just start wilting away. Wilting away. So I put it away from the sun and put it across from the window where I got more indirect light, and it's flourished. Look how long it's got. It's trailing. It's gonna look beautiful. I want to hang it up in a corner where it gets the same amount of indirect sunlight in my bedroom here, so that I can actually go down. If you tape it to the wall, it trails. And this is very easy to maintain if you just get the soil moist enough. Wait for it to dry out. That's when you water it again. It's a good way to take care of them, I feel. I named this one Freya. As you can see, at that point, I still am into Norse mythology. Because my bachelor's degree was in classical studies, and I just always have an interest in the ancient history of different civilizations. So this one I named Freya because we were still watching Vikings, my boyfriend and I. And it's gorgeous. And I'm completely in love with how she's blossoming. And let's see. Next one here is my Pothos. I'm not entirely sure what variation this is. I don't want to say it's like a marbled queen Pothos, because some parts possibly look like it when you see the coloration here. But then there are others that are more of a solid green, like over here. But yeah, my boyfriend got me this as well. He likes to support my obsessions, like I said. And yeah, hopefully this will grow a little bit more to start bunching out so that I can put it in a pot to hang, because I've seen how I have like a obsession with pots that hang. So I would love for that. But for now, this goes on my side table by my bed with some of my crystals by the window, and gives it a good amount of water, and it does just fine. And I call her Goldilocks. Don't know why, because it's not a golden pothos, but just seems fitting. And yeah, these leaves kind of change when I feel like they get closer to dying out, but I think they're okay now, because they were in a different part of the house when I had to move them because we were cleaning up, and it wasn't doing so well. These plants get so finicky. What did you say? Especially indoor plants. But otherwise, it is perfectly healthy. She is gorgeous. I love her leaves, very vibrant green, and the stems very sturdy. So that is my pothos, of which variation I still do not know. Please don't judge me. I'm still a plant learner, plant mother / learner. We always learning. But yes, and there's some new growth actually, some small leaves. That's how you know you're doing your job right. Okay, next plant. It's one of the ones that gives me trouble, not because of anything it has to do with, but because my cat wants to constantly attack and like bite this plant. And that is this one is my ZZ plant. It's funny, when I started the plant like hobby, I wasn't initially interested in it before, and then over time I started looking at it more and just really seeing the beauty within, in the sense. I know that sounds cliche, but these leaves are so cool because they're very thick and very waxy. Very sturdy plant. Another one where very easy to handle. You can give it, it gives a lot of love out there, where you just give it simple water, put in indirect sunlight, and it flourishes. However, you can probably see a couple leaves there that are like struggling, courtesy of Athena, my lovely cat. She likes to try to munch on this because it is usually right there by my altar. She jumps on there, typical cat fashion. And yeah, this is my ZZ plant. And I hope it keeps, I know these get pretty big, and I already see the stem getting like quite thick. And I see some new growth in some areas, which is exciting. So I'm very excited for that. Just excited when you see, new growth, and see that your plants are thriving and you're not killing them. It's a wonderful feeling. So this is the ZZ plant. Another wonderful gift by my boyfriend. Gotta love him. I support his hobbies, which include Dungeons and Dragons and computer games and all those type of things. Video games also. So, but he helps me with plants. So that's my ZZ plant. Right. We have two more. This next next two are under the ambiguous category. Sorry. Ambiguous category, and that no matter how hard I tried, where I found them at the store, they just did not have the name for them. And even like searching through their SKU numbers, they still didn't have a name. So if you know, please be more than happy to know. But for now, here's another one. Get a good look at it. It's cool, huh? Looks like hair. Yeah, I don't know the name of it. I wish I did. All it says on here. Oh, I lied. This is actually called. This I get mixed up with the other one that like you just think you know some names and you don't. Like I said, working full time has really messed with my brain. But this one is called the Portulacaria afra prostrata, and that's how it looks. It has very thick maroon, borderline purple stems with these curled leaves that curl inward to make it almost look like thick strands of hair. And it grows outwards, and I love this one a lot. I found this one day and just was very drawn to it, and it's doing very well. This one is doing very well hanging up by my window in the sunlight, which is good to know. So I still haven't decided a name for this one. What do you think it should be? So I'll come up with a name, definitely, soon. Put that one down. The last one is a complete mystery to me and is by far the most difficult plant I have to work with. Now I know for a fact when I read the label on this one, it just says like the poundage and such. It doesn't say anything about the name. And I tried searching it, and this was at a Lowe's, but I saw this and was immediately drawn just to how beautiful, it trailed. At this point, it wasn't even trailing this long. It was probably about like there. So, but you can see little parts of new growth at the tip. But this one I had hanging up against my bedroom window, and then it started to shrivel up in different places, and if you were to touch like one of these, it would just like fall off. So I put it in like the rehabilitation center that I have. That's basically my little garden table in the living room, and that's where I put these for now until I come up with a new place. Ooh, a couple fell, but that's okay. It's pretty, right? Don't know the name, but it's beautiful nonetheless, and I'm going to take care of it. I did call this one Medusa because it's beautiful in her own way, and we know that Medusa, the actual story of her isn't that she wasn't always ugly, that she was actually a beautiful, beautiful maiden whom which Poseidon wanted to sleep with. And she said no, and in the end he had his way with her, in the temple of another goddess, and that angered the goddess, and she took it out on Medusa and made her have snakes through her hair and be the ugly Gorgon that we know the story of today. I kind of feel sorry for her, but she was beautiful, and that's why I named this one after her. And yeah, so those are all my plants that I have right now. I did have a garden before outside. I had different peppers, and I had basil, and thyme, and tomatoes, and a lot of mint, and jalapenos, serranos, just all sorts of different peppers. But, this time of year is starting to get a little bit too hot. The days are too long as far as sunlight goes, and they were starting to not do well. So I gave them to a friend who could take care of them, and they're doing wonderfully, which makes me happy. And I just want to say thank you all who are subscribed to me and who are watching my videos still, despite the fact that I am not consistently posting, and now I will be since I have this better setup. So yeah, just bear with me, and have a lot of different ideas that I'm excited to bring soon to everybody and show everybody. So a lot of it will be spiritual, a lot of it will be Greek mythology, and just different mythology of different places around the world, really, like the Incas, because I'm half Peruvian, so I have to represent and talk about the history of the Incas as well. And over here is a little glimpse of my altar. Right now, over here is a little incense. I can't really pick it up because it's active, but there's incense and books, my tarot, and crystals all around. I've shown this one before. Clear quartz. And when I stand it up like that, it's like a heart. So I have a lot of different pieces here. I guess I can show you. I got this one. I believe this is onyx. It's an onyx tower. You can't really see it. You can see the different coloration from there. But I very much am attracted to crystals that have the points on them. So towers and like wands and points, generator points are something that I'm very attracted to. And this just has a very calming, soothing energy. Very light. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching this video if you've made it this far. And I hope you like what you saw. And I hope all of you have a wonderful day, night, evening, afternoon, any time that you're watching this. And I love you, and I hope you know that it's perfectly fine to not be okay. I just want to stress that. I've been also having little bouts of, depression, and sometimes the guilt of not being okay makes me feel bad and then makes it worse. Just know that if you have a wonderful day, that's great, and I'm happy for you. And I hope your life is filled with many more blessed days. But for those of you where this day is not just where it's going your way, or you're just not feeling right, you just feel off, it's okay. That's okay too. Just know that. And I hope all of you guys have a wonderful